Hey guys, how you guys doing? It's me, Young Leo here. It's been a while, I haven't seen you guys, or it's been a while, I haven't make a video myself, updating what I'm doing at the end of this year. And uh, yes, guys, a holiday, Christmas is coming up in a week, and it's already like the end of this year. Moving on to the next year, 2018, and I kind of want to do a video before Christmas and before the next year coming up, and I need to up. I know I need to upgrade my cars, doing a car tune up for my 98 Eclipse here, and I have not made any videos updating it or working on it lately, and today is actually December the 18th, 2017, and this is the bookmark that I'm making the video for my memory, to remember what I'm doing so far at this point of life. At this point uh, of time for my 98 Eclipse here, um, I know I have not done anything with my Eclipse lately. Like, I've been slacking off, and so I just want to put some note down and getting started to work on my Eclipse here. There's a little major problem that I need to go over with you guys on my 98 Eclipse before I move on to finish tune up. I know I have started doing a tune up lately and I have not finished it. Um, and now I need to finish it up as soon as I can. And let's see what I need to go over with you guys here today before I can move on and finish the tune up. Um, I need to tell there's a problem, and now what I have done and so far, what I'm going to do next after this video. Um, I've been too busy lately, and I didn't even work on my Eclipse for the past few months. Yes, guys, for the past few months, and I just rebuilt my Eclipse for like a year now. Yeah, it's been a year already. Yeah, and I've been riding it, and I have not been like doing a full tune up or anything like that. All I've done is like two or three oil change, and that's about it there. Let me go over with you guys what I've done and what I have not done, and what's the condition is right now. Um, I haven't done it within a few months. I haven't done anything in a few months, so and that's why it's in bad condition now. I do regret and forgot to tell you guys all that I finished reviewing my Eclipse since last fall, 2016. But I didn't tell you guys that I didn't clean or review the throttle body and some parts also in the engine. So there's some parts in the engine that I do not rebuild. I just kind of use the stock parts as far as like the block. Uh, but if you watch my previous video on my either on this channel or my other channel, when I review my engine, then you guys should know what I've done into this engine already and what I have not done. Okay, just a little bit overview overall is my block. I'm reusing my block, but I got new piston and my head on the top. I got a remanufactured head. It's like a new head, but it's remanufactured, so it's not like a brand new head. I did turn away my old head, and they sent me another head. So this head is like a remanufactured head. They installed for me valves on the heads. As far as I know, the valves are new, but I reused the let's see what I reuse on the head. I reused the cams, yes, which I should have upgraded the cams when I rebuilt it. So the cam is stock, and what else? The valve is from the head manufacturer, so that's probably new. Uh, the retainers, the lifters are like reused, so those are like stocks. I know. Well, actually, the lifters, uh, the piston lifter, what is it called? not the last adjuster. The last adjuster is stock, is reused. But the lifter, the lifter that looks like a, is that a lifter that looks like a bullet? I forgot what the name. It's been so long. I have not do any research about it, work on my engine. But it's the bullet looking one. Those are new. Okay. Um, I think it's called lifter, but it's a bullet looking and it has a hole where it shoots oil. So that's new. I got 16 of those new. The valve should be new on the head. And the valve seat should be new. That's what they told me when they sent me the head. But what's reused is the lifters. I think the lifter, the one that looked kind of like a L shape or S shape, you know, where it sits on the top of the valve and the retainer. Okay, I'll show you when I actually take out the valve cover and show you guys, because I'm thinking about I have to do that next because um, there's a major problem. It's my engine right now is making that valve that that lifter noise, that tapping noise, and it's getting louder now, you know, and it's just it's not normal to me. But a lot of people told me, and I've done some research. They told me that if the valve clicking like that, or is it ticking and clicking like that, rattling noise like that on the head, then that's okay. That's normal for like engine that's been used and all that. But my engine is like a new top cylinder engine, and you know, I've just installed it for like a year now, so I don't know why it's already, you know, making sounds and all that. I do research and I notice people say that's normal, but you know, to me, it's not normal. I don't want my engines to sound, you know, bad like that, because it sound real. It's rattling really loud. It's getting louder every week. Like this is happening in like 2 weeks already, and I have not drive my car like that. I only drive from back to work, only like 10 minutes back to work every day. No, not every day, but every weekend. Okay, I'm not gonna drive every day. I only drive it every weekend. That's it. Like 2 3 days a week. That's about it. And I don't drive like that. And ever since I hear that problem, you know, I stopped driving it around. So it's just happening like 2 weeks already. My check engine lights came up, and let me tell you a little bit about it before I move on, showing you guys the rest of the work. Um, guys, excuse me here. I'm just gonna sit back here and talk with you guys, so you just listen to what I'm saying here. Um, So I didn't clean or rebuild the throttle body, and some part will also you know, so I didn't fully clean the throttle body, and I think my throttle body, you know, is in worse condition now because of that. Because I have not cleaned it. I just installed. The thing about is I hate it because I regret it because I told you guys in my other video that I hired like a street mechanic, two street mechanic, you know, they're from Mexico or whatever. And that's my last thing I ever done. I'm gonna do that ever, you know. I'm not gonna hire anyone to work on my engine again unless I really know them. So I should have done it by myself. I know. I mean, you know, I was so busy, you know, back then. So they did a shitty work. You know, if they still around, or if I ever see them again, I'm gonna talk about my engine. They do a sucks job on my engine. Okay, so even though if they hear this, I'm still gonna tell them in front of their face that they just they sucks. They can't rebuild the engine right on some of the parts, and I'll show you why they can't rebuild my engine. They didn't rebuild it. They just installed my engine back together, like my transmission back to my engine blocks and the cylinder head down to the block. That's all they do, you know, and a few, you know, here and there, but mostly that's what they do. They install my engine and my transmission and the head cylinder back together. So they do the bolt heads, okay? They reinstall the bolt heads, okay? So yes, I'm gonna blame them for that, okay? And I did show you guys in a previous video what they did wrong, and I'm gonna show you guys again what they did wrong too, okay? About the valve cover bolts, okay? Um, because he did told me that the valve cover bolt didn't screw down right, didn't torque down right, and my head was new. How in the world that you cannot the head is new, so the thread on the valve cover bolt should be good, and I did check that before I let them install it, or after I received the new cylinder head. I did check about that. Ain't nothing wrong with the thread of the bolts. So he told me that it's crooked or something, that one side of the valve cover thread bolts is not tightened down right to the right torque. So right now on the right side, I'll show you guys. On the right side of the valve cover bolts, this bolt right here, I can turn it with my hand on that grommet, okay? There's a grommet underneath the bolts, okay? And I can turn it, it's losing. And I just tighten it down with my 8mm socket, okay? It's just this one is loose, okay? And he did told me about that long time ago, but I just didn't have the time, or I didn't pay attention to even tighten it down. But at one point I did tie it down. I think I did. I think I did tie it down, but then it's got losing over the time. Okay, so that they didn't do a good job on it. And let me get back to talk about this. Okay, so I'm gonna put my camera right here. All right, all right. I'm gonna have to finish this before it's getting dark. So it's getting darker now. I'm gonna have to tell you guys all this before it get dark. Okay, so. Um, what's gonna happen is I still need to finish so many things on this car before an inspection. So right at this point, it still have not gone through inspection, or I'm trying to pass it. At this point, and I will not work on the headlights. Okay, guys, I was thinking about get new headlights, or clean it, or clean the headlights with with the cleaners, but I don't even have time to do that, and I have not done it. All I've done is just kind of clean around the outside for a little bit so I can drive. Um, and I will not buy new fog light either. Okay, I don't have time to do that. And I know I mean I barely even have any time to start working on my front bumper, and I need to start. I told you guys I'm gonna work on my front bumper for like, I don't know, forever, since after I rebuilt it, and I just have not had the time to do it. I got the welding kit and all that. I was gonna weld the bumper up, but I just got no time. And I bought the welder, a brand new welder, and it's sitting in my house right now. I have not even used it, take out and test it yet. So that's how busy I am for the past couple of months. And so today I will have the time um, to really just trying to have my car oil change. I mean, I think I drove for like 2,500 miles now, and it needs an oil change. And this will be the third time that I need an oil change. Okay, and I know I should have do the oil change like every 1,000 miles or 500 miles, but I've done that for the first and the second oil change already. I thought the third and the fourth one will be okay, but this is like the third or the fourth oil change. I'm not pretty sure, but it's driving. The car's been driven like 2,500 miles already, and that's when it's acting up. That's when my lifter on my head is making that hissing. It's making that noise, that rattling noise right now. It's really irritating me, and I think it could be many things. It could be my lifter is losing, or it needs to adjust, and I never adjust my lifter ever since I rebuilt the engine. So I heard about that people, they need to adjust the lifter on the top of the cylinder head, which I never know about. And I'm gonna research to do, probably research and do that by myself, because I don't know. I'll probably bring it into the shop to have them do that, because that shouldn't be costing much. That shouldn't cost more than $100 or so just to adjust the valve. The valve. It's either called the valve adjuster, or the valve adjuster, or the lifter, or the I don't know what's really called, but it needs to adjust right around the lifter, because the lifter is losing. That's why it's making that rattling noise. That's what I heard from a lot of people saying in research too. And I have not done a fully research for the past week. I've been trying to do that, but I just worked yesterday and the weekend, and today is Monday, and I need to do some more research before I really work on it. Right now, all I can do is just do an oil change, change the oil filter, check on all the hoses. I did check on the hoses, nothing wrong with the hoses, all the hoses in place. I need to take out my air intake and then do some cleaning on the throttle body, because I think that's another issue too, because I have not cleaned the throttle body ever since I rebuilt the engine. So the throttle body got to be really, really, really mad dirty and clogged up in there with carbon. Carbon, is clogged up. I'm pretty sure it's clogged up. Even though I did two. I put in two little bottles of the gas cleaner into the gas tank. So that should clean my injection, and that should clean some. I don't know if it'll clean my throttle body. Yeah, I really do need to clean my throttle body, like taking out the intake and then spray a bottle of the throttle body cleaner into that throttle body hole, the big valve hole. And I need to check and see if the valve inside of that throttle body, if it's open or not. If it's open, that's not good, because it needs to be open and fully closed. Okay, if it's not fully closed, that means it's kind of clogged up. So I really need to clean it if it's clogged up, because if it's clogged up, the valve, the valve, the valve hole will not close all the way. Okay, the vent, it will not close all the way. That will be an issue, because it needs to open out wide and close, close and open for air and gas mixture for that purpose, so the engine can start right. And you know um, if you guys knows about throttle body, you know what I'm talking about. So I do definitely need to check on the throttle body uh, valve holes. It's actually right here. I'm gonna show you guys right here. This is the intake. I need to take the intake and check the air filter too, see if it's clogged. I think the air filter should be good. Okay, I mean, the air filter, I changed it, like, it's been a few months, but I'm pretty sure it's good. I mean, okay, so this is what I'm talking about. The whole inside this vent right here, there's a valve, open and close valve in there. That needs to be, flexible. If it's not, it'll be clogged. So it won't fully close all the way. Okay, that's why I need to check out this intake and check on that hole. If it is clogged, I need to spray it with some throttle body cleaner. Okay, and I'll get the part and show you guys what I use too. And I'll show you guys after that if it's working or not, or so. And all this right here needs to be cleaned out. I need to actually take out the throttle body here. I need to actually take it out and clean it. Deep clean it, like all the sensor around it. I need to clean it, blow air or whatever, just to clean the whole throttle body inside of it, and change the gasket too. I have not changed any gasket on the throttle body. That's the one thing I regret. I should have done that when I got it off. I was in a hurry trying to, hook up everything on the engine so I can get it run. That's why I was kind of in a rush. I should have changed all the gasket on the throttle body. I should have done the right job. I mean, that's the thing I regret on this build here. Other than that, all around my engine and stuff, all the gases is already in place, replaced with a new gasket. But oh yeah, EGR. I have not done the EGR either. That's another downside. I do need to change the EGR, replace the EGR gasket, and kind of do a good clean up on it. Like people using Seafoam or whatever. You use whatever you want to use out there, but I'm just gonna have to do a fully research before I do any of those cleaning done. Okay. What else I need to mention you guys about here before, because it's getting dark now. Before I go. Um, okay. So, so today I just really have the time to like, I'm gonna do the oil change within tomorrow or so, and I'm gonna take like a week off now so I can do all that, because weekend I have to work, and because it's winter, okay, and I have to work this weekend. and it seemed like, it seemed like I have to work on it on the weekday since my job slows in the winter on a weekday. So anyway, I just got the weekday to work on it because I don't do much on the weekday now. Since my job is slow, my other jobs, yeah, I know I have like 5 different jobs. um, anyway, I'm not going to tell you guys what I do for a living. You can search through my channel and find out by yourself, okay? And I will make a video to talk to you what I do for a living at another time, okay? So I'm going to park my Eclipse here another week to work on it, and it's too cold last week or two, okay? It's been cold, okay? I think that's what makes the change, the rattling noise on my engine. That's what makes the sounds like that, since it's cold. um I did waste some of my time slacking off, hanging out with friends after works, for the last couple of months, and which I should use those months to work on my cars, but I slack off, hanging out more, and I still have another thing. I still have other things and projects to work on, starting this new year, and it's like I never run out of work to do and never stop. Yeah, you can say I'm an Einstein cars freak when it comes to cars. Like when I'm actually working on cars, I get deep into details. Into it when if I do work on cars. Um, but I just been slacking off lately. So I need to change the oil to thin the oil in the filter, the oil filter. Um, I changed the I changed the oil from 10W, which is on the summertime. I use 10W, and now it's wintertime. I changed to 5W30. So I don't know if that's the problem, but I did go by the manual. The manual told me, I can either go by 5W or 10W30, if I wanted to. So, I didn't think that's really the matters. Some people say it does, but some people say it doesn't matter of what oil you put in as long as you use the right kind of oil. I don't use the dealer oils, okay? I just go buy oil from Walmart and AutoZone. You guys already know what kind of oil I use. Talk about oils. There's different level. There's start off with Super Tech, and then Super Mobile One, and then Valvoline, Quaker Steak, GTS, TGX, and then Mobile One. It just goes from levels and levels like that. I don't think it really matters. Um, I'm starting to use the cheapest oil first. Then I'm gonna use premium first, which I've been using lately from the beginning. I was using uh, premium first, which is regular. And then I'm thinking about, like, of course, I think this year coming up, I'm gonna start using synthetic oil, going to full GTX or Mobile One, or any synthetic oil, not synthetic blend, okay, or high mileage. My car is not high mileage. It's been rebuilt. But anyway, the reason I'm not using good oil yet because I have an oil leaks. You guys already know my engine has an oil leaks, and lately it stopped. The leak stops because I think I've been using 10W. It's getting thicker for this winter time, and I think that's why I have lack of oil leaks lately, and and probably because of that. That's why the uh, the lifter making that rattling noise right now. So you guys give me some comments and tell me what's going on. What could probably cause the rattling noise and you know. But I'll find out by myself this week. So I'll find. Definitely, I'm gonna find out either way what caused it. Um, so I do need to change the oil back to 5W30 and the oil filter, and then trying to flush my radiator fluid too, because it has not been flushed from the beginning. I just got the new radiator fluid ever since I rebuilt it, and I never flushed it. So I definitely need to flush it, and I find out the right way to flush it, like, you know, back flush and all that. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm gonna use to do a radiator flush on the fluid. Okay. So I need to park my car a week or so to rebuild and clean the throttle body too. So, um, oh yeah, I'm telling you guys why now in the cold weather my car idle is too high. Um, so that that problems. Oh my goodness, it's getting dark now. Okay, okay. So I'm gonna make it quick. So that rattling noise on the lifter on the top of my engine. Before that, my idling is cold started idling at 2500, somewhere around there. And then weeks after weeks, it came up to like, now it come up to like 3000 or even 3200 when I just started up. And then it just dropped down to 2500 right after a second or two. And then the lowest it'll drop down after it's getting hot up is like 2000 RPM maybe. And while I'm driving, it's go around 2000 to 2300 RPM. You know, that's high for me. I don't know about you guys. I don't know if that's normal for you guys, but that started ever since that ragling, that lifter is, you know, making that ugly, lousy sound. You know, so that RPM's getting higher after that lifter problem. Okay, it's getting higher, and then now I hear very loud, and like after, you know, my RPM gets up to about 3000 or more for like a few days, and then the noise getting louder after that. So you gotta tell me what's really the problem, okay? If any of you guys know, please let me know. And I decided to order some gasket part to finish cleaning the throttle body. So I'll do that, definitely do that this week. I'm probably gonna do that next is okay. Um, I just earlier um I was gonna check. I was gonna check my spark plug. I'm gonna install new spark plug, because you guys already know my engine right now is using old spark plug, right? I know, right? I mean, I'm saving all the money as I can, you know, using old spark plug, which I shouldn't, but definitely this time I'm doing the oil change. I'm gonna change the spark plug too, and I'm gonna show you guys how you're gonna check the spark plug, you know, the gaps and all that, and how you install and all that. Okay, that'll be tomorrow. And yes, earlier I just took out the spark plug wires and see if any oil that's, you know, popping up from cylinder 104, because I did have a throw. I checked with my scanner. It threw up to me a lot of codes, like 3 or 4 codes. It was number one misfire one, misfire number 4. So that's cylinder 1 and cylinder 4 is weak or something wrong with that. So tomorrow I'm gonna have to go to AutoZone to rent me a tool. It's called a compressor tool, you know, oil compressors tool. Or, you know, if you guys know what I'm talking about, I'm gonna check my compressor on top of my engine. I've done that with my 99 Eclipse convertible since when I bought it before, the green one. I've done that before, and I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna rent that tool and test my engine again um, tomorrow. And the tool to rent is like $100 or more. I forgot. It's been a while, because I remember I checked that with my 99 convertible Eclipse 6 years ago, and I'm gonna do it again tomorrow. So I'm gonna rent that tool and check my compressor. I think that tool is to check your oil compressor and the pressure of the engine, like the air compressor, maybe. I forgot how it really works, but definitely tomorrow when I rent the tool, then I'll definitely know how to use it again. Uh, so stay tuned with that. And oh gosh, guys, um, I'm gonna kind of end it here because it's getting dark. So tomorrow, a few things I'm gonna show you guys tomorrow. What I'm gonna do is probably tonight I'm gonna lift my car up And tomorrow I'm gonna start the car up to let you guys hear the noise on top of the engine and show you guys, it's definitely gonna be the lifter inside the engine, the top engine. It's not anywhere else around the engine, okay? It's not gonna be in the timing belt because I already checked the timing belt. I loosen out the cover of the timing belt and check on it. There's no oil on my timing belt, and it's too dark now, so you guys can't see that. But I'm definitely going to let you guys see that tomorrow. Okay, sometime tomorrow, and continue let you guys see what's going on next. All right, and I got a few things that I need to mention you guys, but it's too dark. I can't really show you guys all this all these things that I have here, like spark plugs and radiator fluid and all that. So it's getting too dark, and so I'm going to do all that tomorrow. Okay, and the video is like 30 minutes already on this part one of the videos. Continuing tuning up my 98 Eclipse. Okay, I don't know what part is this on the tune up, but this is the part one on my 98 Eclipse tune up uh, on December. Okay, ever since I don't know August, that's when I made the tune up. But this is the first video on December 2016 that I'm continuing upgrading, tuning up my 98 Eclipse, guys. It's me, Young Leo. Thanks for watching. Signing out for now. Bye, guys. See you tomorrow on my part two video on tune up my car. All right.